sleeping soldier.
On the night of 20th October 2020, the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria planned and executed a war against the people of Nigeria. At the Battle of Lekki Toll Gate, they tested the patience, the resolve, the sheer humanity of a people. They pushed us firmly against the wall and trampled on our exposed skulls. They maimed us. They told us in clear terms that the fight to better this country was a fight against them. The enemies of our future declared us enemies of the state.
Give a burden for men of God. Give us hearts of flesh, oh God. A true burden for men.
I've brought a flower to keep you company a while and to tell you that a year after you left us, we have since been at war. Nowadays, we offer thanksgivings to celebrate that we made it through a day. The man shot in the head at the marketplace today was standing right next to me. He was arguing about the price of tin tomatoes because it's now cost more than his salary before the bullet from the unknown shot him up. His life was even less valued. We run from our own government and unknown gunmen. What difference does it make? Except that one ransoms you for money and the other ransoms your humanity. Yes, a lot of us are still in jails that nobody knows about. We sit at home and constantly look over our shoulders because we don't feel at home. Some of the ghosts buried in shallow graves are coming out again. They gave them new stars on their shoulders and new uniforms. Cover old scars with new clothes. They thought, like, okay, we say a fervent prayer every day. May my country not be the end of me. We are a haunted people, but rest in peace. Amen. The hunt does not always favor the hunter.
It's been a year since your country ended your bright lights. After you left, they put up a shit show. They denied that you ever existed, that you were ever here. They sent a Baba who came and found an empty camera. But Fashi, the whole world saw through their tricks. The world knows about you, about the promise that you were, about your courage, your suffering, and ultimately about your death. They made promises again, but we found out that they were just veiling, because soon after, they unleashed again. The big countries, the ones who headed the big organizations and who lent us money, always, as usual, instead of helping, spread their selective fishing nets to let in the best of us, the ones who wanted out. So many of our brothers and sisters left. They opted for exile because even the strongest man does not wish for himself an endless and pointless life of fighting, in which you could be alive 1 minute and dead the next, because your life doesn't mean shit, and maybe get a tribute? Yes, because one death is not nearly enough to cause a reaction here, or 10 deaths, or even 1,000 deaths. Hideous things have been left to drift silently by without noise in this land. Chibok girls, Buniyadi, Nimo massacre, Lekki 20th of October 2020, they let it drift too. Are we a people done for? It's been a year since Lekki. It's been a year since scores of young people were sacrificed for trying to protect the future. It's been a year since the madness. But mark my words, this country is too beautiful to stay ruined, too good to stay bad forever.
Have mercy, Lord, we are good. We've turned away from our brothers. We've turned away from our sisters. Oh, oh. We are cold.
Nothing changed. Nothing. Not even our own sense of humor. The other day, on the 1st of October, my brother was trying to make a joke of it. Man, this country is 61. If a dude was that old and this confused, he should have had a truck run over him. Bro, this country looks worse than what a train ran over twice. So how are we still breathing? Maybe we're like Tom in that Tom and Jerry classics. No matter how we get run over by things and flattened, we're up again and running the next minute. It is not that we are happy people, no. It is that we are people without choice. The leaders now and the ones before them and the ones since forever, like irresponsible parents. They promised to be in our corner, but we did not see them keep their words. They made a pact with the devil and with their dead conscience, and they swore that this land meant nothing to them. Everything they gave and left us was a lie. Even the cornflakes was poisoned. The president stands on the gangway of the presidential jet and waves us every other week. He says there is no medical tourism under his watch, but he's headed to UK, then to Addis, then to Saudi Arabia. He's the world's most prominent medical tourist. They prosecute and imprison victims of conscience. The only ones who roam free are the sponsors of our unrest. But a man cannot be banned from thinking. And as long as he thinks, he will understand. When he understands, he will grow decent. When he grows decent, he will ask questions. And when his pains builds up again and explodes, no amount of animal dancers can contain it. Even the dancers themselves are wary. Nigeria is a question where nobody gets answered to. But we can't keep living with a question mark on our heads.
One man could change the world.
One man can change the world. So can millions of talented, dexterous, rugged, intelligent, young Nigerians. So can we change a country. We are already changing the world. Look at all this beauty we bring to the table.
A true pardon for men of God.
Although we ran away after that horrible night to lick our wounds and nurse our despair, we did not let the darkness swallow us. A fire still burns in our hearts. Your sacrifices are like shooting stars, but the type that runs across the sky all night, illuminating our hearts. We do not talk about that day only as a loss. We talk about what a victory it was too. A year ago, we lost some of the most beautiful souls to ever walk this country. Souls we are lucky to call brothers and sisters. But a year ago too, we felt more alive than ever as a people, and we roared in a uniformity never attained by any generation before us. We also made a statement that still stands. They don't define us. We define us. This is our victory, knowing that it is in our power, has always been, will always be. Knowing that these people who set up our collective future like a blunt and smoke it away daily will not be here that long because smokers are liable to die young. Knowing that even though when we die these days, there is only silence. It is the silence that begets an earthquake, or a tsunami, or a volcano, or a rising.